Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shah, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shah, Call Halal, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to our elders and apostles, the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. Shalom, this is your brother Yakar Abin from Great Millstone, Houston. Coming back at you with another quick lesson. Uh, the Lord is only dealing with Israel. You know, in our Christian church, or well, in their Christian church, they always want to talk about how everybody's included, how they're saved, and they really have a very no idea of what they're talking about. No idea whatsoever what they're talking about. So we're going to go into this a little bit. Hopefully, it's not going to be too long. But we're going to start here in Exodus chapter 24, starting at verse 3. And it says, And Moses came and told all the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. I'll read it verbatim. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord. Okay, well, when we say Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, we're saying the name of the Lord. He is Yahweh Bahashem, in the name of Yahweh Shah, the one that saves. So we represent a lot of times, instead of the word Lord, we'll say Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, well, I'm going to read it verbatim. And okay, this is Exodus 24 and 3. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, All the words which the Lord hath said will we do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and they said, All that the Lord hath said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord had made with you concerning all these words. Now, okay, so this is the establishment of the house of Israel receiving the laws, statutes, and commandments. There is no other nation that the Lord gave his laws to. Okay, we'll back that up here in Psalms. This is Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So I mean, right here, this is backing up. Hey, nobody else knows the Lord, and the Lord is not dealing with any other nation. He picked out a specific nation. He purchased them out of Egypt, with many signs and wonders, and made them and brought them into a blood covenant with him. Okay, people always want to say, well, that was done away with, or I mean, I don't know what they say. I guess you actually have to read the Bible in order to kind of understand what's going on. And I guess, or maybe the Lord just have your eyes blinded to where you can't see it. I mean, that's that's really the cause. But anyway, we're gonna go to Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 31. This is to back it up. Okay, it says, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay, so the I just read you in Exodus when the house of Israel and the house of Judah Well, 12 tribes were together coming out of Egypt, and the Lord sprinkled the blood on them. Okay, so that was the first covenant, and right now it's telling who the second covenant pertains to. That Jeremiah 31:31, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord. Okay, well, we just read about the first covenant. I mean, you have to go back and do some more reading, but that was the climax. That was when the covenant was formed in that Exodus 24. That's when I mean, we had the laws, statutes, and commandments going all the way back to Adam, but the Lord established his covenant with Israel, with that blood sacrifice. Well, let's keep going. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. Okay, in this first passage here, it says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay, the house of Israel in this verse is the northern 10 tribes. The house of Judah is the southern 3 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But okay, when we go down to verse 33, it says the house of Israel is talking about all 12 tribes. All 12 tribes. And if you're confused on the 13 and the 12, then you're going to have to go back and look that up yourself. I mean, you'll get it if you just read it. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. Okay, it doesn't include Esau, Edom, Moab, Ammon, Amalek, uh, the Philistines, the Hamite, any of the Hamites. I mean, it does it. It specifically states who the new covenant shall be for. I'll go back over it. Jeremiah 31:33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and they and will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sins no more. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea, when the waves therefore roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Okay, well, I'm outside right now, and the sun is still shining, so Israel is still relevant. Israel is still in the world. Okay, I mean, I got some more. We can back it up. Okay, we can back it up in the New Testament. If people don't believe the Old Testament, they think that something changed or whatever. Okay, well, we'll go to the New Testament. This is Hebrews 8:7. For if the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, the people that is, he said, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their minds and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. I mean, hey, that's basically word for word in the out of the Old Testament, and this is in the New Testament. So the covenant has always been only for Israel and will always be only for Israel. Okay, let me get a couple more of these precepts, and then we're gonna close it out. Okay, this is Judges 2:1. And an angel of the Lord come up from Gilgal to Beckham and said, I made you to go out of Egypt and have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you. What does that mean? What does that mean? I will never break my covenant with you. Okay, so we're going to look up this word never. I wa lam. I wa lam. So it says a long duration, antiquity, futurity, forever, ever, everlasting, evermore, perpetual, ancient, old, ancient time, long time of past, forever, always, continuous existence, perpetual, everlasting, indefinite, unending, future, eternity. So the Lord said, I will never break my covenant with you. I will never break my covenant with you. I mean, that just backs it up. I mean, the Lord never, he never gave his laws, statutes, and commandments to any other people. And then he said he's never going to break his covenant. I mean, okay, we can go to, uh, let's go to Second Esdras chapter, uh, let's get 2:34. This is Second Esdras 2:33. I, Esdras, receive a charge of the Lord upon Mount Oreb. Oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not, no, 3:24. 3:24. Okay, here it is. Okay, let's go up a few. Okay, this is Second Esdras chapter 3:26. And in all the things did even as Adam and all his generation had done, for they also had a wicked heart. And so thou gavest thy city over into the hands of thine enemies. Are their deeds then any better than inhabit? Are their deeds then any better that inhabit Babylon, that they should therefore have dominion over Zion? For when I came thither and had seen impieties without number, my soul saw many evildoers in the 13th year, so that my heart failed me. For I have seen how suffering them sinning and having spared and has spared wicked doers, and has destroyed thy people, and has preserved thine enemies, and has not signified it. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Or is there any other people that know of thee besides Israel? Or what generation have so believed thy covenants as Jacob? So basically, Israel's is saying here, I've been in Babylon and I've seen the evildoers, raise up high, and I've seen your people, the people that you love and you gave your statues to, brought down low. I mean, is there, is Babylon better than Zion because you put your people underneath them? But what other, or is there any other people that know of thee besides Israel? Or what generation hath so believed thy covenants as Jacob? And yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor hath no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth and think not upon thy commandments. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balances, and theirs also that dwell the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. So I mean, that's backing up that uh Psalms 147. He show his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. That being said, uh, I guess I'm going to close this off. But the Lord is only dealing with Israel. The Lord is only dealing with Israel. The Lord has always only dealt with Israel. Yes, he uses the other nations. He'll set the other nations up over Israel. He'll set the other nations under Israel. But the Lord is only dealing with Israel because he only gave his laws, statutes, and commandments to them. Uh, Hopefully this lesson will be edifying. This is your brother, Yakar Amen. I'd still like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. Shalom.